If you love rough winter weather, then this is the type of storm that gets you up in the morning and makes you happy. I love being out here. It is a wet and windy afternoon here in Point Pleasant Beach. Tropical Storm Faye is upon us with strong winds and heavy rain. Yeah, you know, Memorial Day weekend is that weekend and that holiday where people are known to go to the beach or go to the pool, but Mother Nature is bringing the pool to the people here on Brielle Road here in Manasquan. Yes, what a beautiful day to be out here at the beach here at Asbury Park. You can see the crowds are huge. They are taking advantage of this day on the beach. That water temperature is 65 degrees right now, and with that southeast wind, it's bringing that cool ocean air onto the beach, onto the boardwalk. While this storm isn't expected to be what Superstorm Sandy was, Sandy is still fresh on the minds of people here, and rightfully so. Take a look. This sign shows the high water mark on October 29th, 2012, and we're a good distance away from the water, so people here are not taking any chances. But you can see there's a considerable amount of flood water here, an inch or two of water that is flooding the roadways here on Mizzen Road on the adjacent Pinta Court. I actually talked to a gentleman. He was wading through this water just a few minutes ago. He had said that he left for work earlier this morning. He said the water was up to his waist at that point, so it's receded a considerable amount. There is a lot of cleanup to be done here. In some areas here in Jamesburg and surrounding areas have seen upwards of 9 inches of rain just today. As I had mentioned, that cleanup is underway. If you tilt down, you can see this muddy mess that's left over from the flooding. For those who have lived in this area for a while, they're used to coastal flooding events, but they say it's only getting worse over time with these events happening more often and lasting longer. Lucy, she's been gracious enough to allow me to borrow her sled. I don't know if you saw the broadcast earlier in the day, but I competed against the Egerton family in some sledding. I lost live on air, so I'm gonna compete against Caleb. We're gonna have a little sled off here, and we are gonna see if I can come out victorious. Otherwise, I am going to be very embarrassed in front of everyone in New Jersey. Anyway, in 3, 2, 1, go! In South Orange, I'm Keith Kocinski. Back to you! Oh, no! 18-year-old Giovanna Malagon has lived at this home on Union Avenue in Elizabeth her entire life. On Wednesday evening, while eating dinner, rain pours and conditions in her community begin to take a turn for the worse.
I was actually eating dinner. I was, on my phone, and I saw the alerts, the emergency alerts that the flood is like life-threatening, and truthfully, I was not taking it seriously. As
the sky falls, water begins creeping up, unleashing historic flooding on her community and much of New Jersey. Her family rushes to the second floor as the water seeps into the basement and first floor of her home. As a carbon monoxide detector rings, it forces Giovanna outside on the roof of an addition where she watches the disaster unfold.
Seeing the rain and seeing the flood, just knowing that it's going to keep getting higher was just like traumatizing almost, because it's like at this point you can't do anything to stop it. It's a natural disaster. You can't do anything. You see people yelling for help like down the street, and it's like you can call the cops, but they can't come through here because of the water, so it's kind of like you feel helpless.
After hours of unrelenting rain, it finally stops, slowly draining, leaving behind extensive damage to her family's basement and first floor. Let's put something into perspective. Let's walk towards your house right here. How tall are you?
5'2".
5'2". So when you get up close to this is the water line. So the water essentially would have been up to your nose right here if you were standing. It's incredible. Giovanna and her family reflects on the disaster. Their belongings pile up on their lawn as they begin the extensive cleanup process.
The materials thickenings can be replaced. I'm just glad that my family's alive and we're okay.